Hi everyone. Oh, it's Friday. Ooh, and I'm happy. Check right in, check right in. We've got the Chariot in the reverse. Somebody is aggressive and arrogant. They don't have any control. Because you are in an Eight of Swords reversed. You're no longer bound. In the challenge position, Queen of Cups, a compassionate, caring person who has an Ace of Wands, a desire, a strong willpower regarding potential beginnings. This could also be somebody who they don't have any control of this Queen of Cups. They're very angry, having a lot of negative thoughts about this. They're arrogant. They don't much care for the feminine or her strength. In particular, this one. In the subconscious, Empress. They're thinking about an Empress. It could be the Empress is a like a role model. Or it could be that he's thinking of this Queen of Cups as an Empress. In the recent past, Star. Healing, renewal, rejuvenation, spiritual fortune, hope. Intentions and expectation. Ten of Cups in the upright. Blissful relationship, divine love, happiness. Somebody's just really upset about that. Queen of Cups, Empress, Star. They're like, They're all mad. You got your freedom. They're all mad. You got your wand. They're all mad. You're having these beginnings. A wish come true, a dream come true in the near future. Six of Swords in the upright. The relationship is ending. You're releasing the baggage that has plagued you, and you're leaving it behind. The lens is being looked through. Stagnation, Two of Swords in the upright. Somebody's making difficult position or decisions. They could be at a crossroad. They're at a deadlock. They don't know what to do. Throwing out all these ideas. Same ideas that they were mulling over in history, but in the environment. We've got the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Overwhelmed, on edge, paranoid, exhausted, lack of motivation. And then in the central energy, arrogant, aggressive, angry. Hopes and fears. Emperor. The Emperor. Power, authority, protection. Protection. So somebody's worried or exhausted because the Empress is being protected by the Emperor. And this could all be the same person. It could be Queen of Cups, Empress. It could be like this person, this arrogant person who was trying to take out this Queen of Cups or whatever, or who is challenged by this Queen of Cups. New beginning. It could be that she began as a Queen of Cups and throughout the trials and tribulations became an Empress star, maybe like bling. Like, you know, when you become so determined to live, it's like everything gets activated, right? And in the outcome here, let's got one more card, please. One more card, please, Spirit. In the outcome. We've got Page of Swords in the reverse. All talk, haste, manipulation, deception. So somebody's being deceptive. They want to be manipulative. And we've got Temperance. They want to fight with an earth angel. They want to manipulate an earth angel. So there's a backstory. So it's like it's earth angels. It's like, you know, in the Bible they call them fallen angels, right? And here in the community they're called earth angels. Now I don't know if one is the other, or if a fallen angel is actually further than that, or in a different vibratory state, you know, of anger, hate. Like maybe that is the fallen, when your frequency and vibration falls into an anger hate frequency, then that would be considered like base level, energy frequency. That could be a fallen angel. Whereas the earth angel, the one who hasn't, is up here in a love, in a compassion frequency. Because it's all energy, right? And a state of mind as to what your reality will be. It's not only that. I mean, there it begins. If you're fortunate, you can have solitude and manage that without much trouble, But oftentimes we're forced into a circumstance where we don't have that ability, so it becomes a little more challenging. Well, this one's real mad. They're real mad that this earth angel is in balance, in harmony, and they still want to fight. They're in fear. They want to fight with this earth angel because they're in fear. They're in fear about money. They're having premonitions regarding these new beginnings. And the wheel is turning. And everybody knows it. And there's like a sacrifice here. And a 10 of wands. So So the backstory is that the fallen, who are in the lower vibrational frequencies of envy, jealousy, hate, they are coming and fighting with those who are of the love frequency, who are into honor and integrity and trustworthiness and love and care and all of that. So there's this war, and those who are in love, they were like slammed into a lower state where they suffered, right? That was the previous cycle. So here we are right now in this space. People are aware that this is what's going on. And so right now is where it's critical, right? Because these ones mean to force it. We've already come out of the cycle. The wheel has turned, and here we are, but they're still wanting to do things in the 3D state because they failed in the spirit. So there's some danger here because you've got arrogance, carelessness, and aggression, and a lack of control, coupled with anger. And it's all about this feminine. Who has a new opportunity, who's breaking away, who has gained their freedom and is moving on. The relationship is ending. And they're afraid of this emperor. They're paranoid about this emperor. They're paranoid about this emperor, and I'm just gonna and they want to fight. They want to abuse this earth angel and manipulate this earth angel because they're afraid. It's like they think that it's like they're they don't want to do the work. They want to siphon the goodness out of those who do and run around and pretend like they've done the work. But they're abusive. They continue to be abusive. And so everything around them suffers because they're not nurturing. They don't know how to nurture. So everything is suffering. The whole entire world is in a state of suffering because this has been going on for some time. And now we are in a new cycle. And there's still folks walking around in their skin suits. They don't want to give it up, you know? Neglected. I failed to give you what you needed. Arrogant, aggressive, neglectful, angry. They're out of control. They're challenged because this Queen of Cups has a new beginning. She's loving, stable, calm, powerful. She has experienced growth, becoming the Empress. And that could potentially be why their plan failed, because they were trying to match a Queen of Cups, but little did they know this Queen of Cups was doing the inner work and adding value to herself through all of this trial and all of this suffering. And she actually increased and became the Empress star. And they were trying to match and mimic a Queen of Cups, but she had already like leveled up like many times. And it's over. Business is finished. They have no more business to work with this Queen of Cups Empress star. Over. But they're not stopping. They still want to fight because that's all they know. See, they like to dress up in the energy of these people who are nurturing and fertile, but all they know is abusive, is to be abusive and fighting and warring and all of that. That's all they know. They don't know how to nurture anything, so they have no business being in a position where life itself is reliant upon the person in that position. And if they don't care about life, if they don't have the capacity or the ability to nurture it, they shouldn't be there. I mean, it's bad news, man. It's like everything dies news. And then what? They live underground wearing their tuxedos and stuff. Irreplaceable. The Empress is irreplaceable. Star. Third party. Third party enemies. Third party enemies, you know? I mean, I don't know how they do it, but they got third party enemies. And the star's intention and expectation is this Ten of Cups, family contentment. And this third party enemies has a problem with that. They're angry about it. They're being aggressive because they neglect those that they have intercourse with. They don't want to have any responsibilities. They just want to have a good time. Yeah. Responsibilities, family contentment, responsibilities, blissful, harmonious unions where, man, stuff is serious. Serious business. Relationship is ending with these third wheel enemies. It's over. You're leaving it behind. You're leaving the baggage behind. They've got habits. You're leaving those who've got all these negative, Nelly, bad habits and ways of behaving. And you've got a new soul contract. That's over. You're moving on. You've got a new soul contract. The Emperor is here. Empress. Irreplaceable. Those third wheel enemies have habits, and they're in a Two of Swords energy that could be a crossroads. They're confused. They're in a state of confusion. They're in a Nine of Wands reversed, exhausted, fatigued, paranoid, and overwhelmed by this Emperor. They're in the shadows. Absence. I feel like a part of me is missing without you. So we've got absence. And on the outcome, we've got Page of Swords reversed. Manipulation, deception, all talk, haste. Somebody wanted to manipulate an earth angel. They want to bring abuse and conflict. Somebody wants to hurt an earth angel. But it's all talk. It's gossip. They could be gossiping, you know, telling lies, trying to manipulate an earth angel in order to cause an upheaval, in order to cause some sort of a disagreement or loss. That's what it is. They're spreading lies about an earth angel who is in balance and harmony, because they want this earth angel to be abused. They're feeling overwhelmed. They're stressed out. They're feeling the pain from the damage they have caused. They're separated from your destiny. Like, there's space between them and your destiny. They're having disagreements. They're feeling broken about this. They want forgiveness. They want to have a conversation. It was an unexpected outcome, but you've got this reunion here. Empress, Emperor. You graduated. You graduated. The people need to be tested. So this is the Earth School. I've had a few experiences that say that confirm that. It's like, what did you do with your time? What did you learn? Who did you become? So you're an abundant, limitless being who can manifest whatever. You got a great imagination, right? So, and they're mad. They neglected you, and you've got your freedom. And they're mad. I mean, they neglected you, and you got your freedom, but they're super upset about it. They're out of control. Very aggressive and arrogant, being careless. They're super angry because You're not bound. And business is over. It's done. And you're looking real good, Queen of Cups. You're as this Empress with your wand. Got your stars all, your chakra system is like boing, you're all lit up. Shining like a beacon. Shining like a beacon. You're not worried. You're not worried. They neglected you, but you're not in a state of worry. Like you're not in fear. You're a Queen of Cups. Your cup is over. Your cup is full. Your cup is good. You're stable. And you've got this potential beginning, and you've leveled up into Empress mode. You've evolved. The true meaning of evolution. Has nothing to do with the flesh. Health. So they're challenged because Queen of Cups is healthy, honors the physical vessel that enshrines the soul. Business is finished. They're challenged because they're full of doubt. Empress is irreplaceable. The way she loves, she or he, whatever works for you. The way they love can never be matched. They're irreplaceable. Envy. So irreplaceable. Empress is irreplaceable. Friends. Irreplaceable friends. And these ones are envious. They're envious of this Empress. Third wheel enemies. Girlfriends, boyfriends. They're jealous of the wife or husband. So there's all this animosity and, desire to hurt somebody, We got guilt. Denial. Third parties denied. Third parties denied a 10 of Cups and responsibilities. Responsibilities require honesty. In order to be happy. These ones have habits. That whole cycle is ending. They're blaming you for their well-being. They're not accepting responsibility for their own well-being, but they have to. They've got habits. They've been blaming this Queen of Cups elevated to Empress star. They've been blaming this person for their own well-being. They're very aggressive and careless. But there's a separation happening here that is kaput over, and there's peace. For this Empress, the Emperor is here. Soul contract. Releasing the baggage. Having to accept the things that they cannot change. They're confused. They don't know what to do. They have a lack of motivation. They're in the shadows, like they may not have any energy. They're fatigued and paranoid, exhausted. We got the Emperor here. Whoever this is, they're feeling the absence of this essence, this star essence. It's not the absence of love, because they were envious of this person. They inwardly hated this person. They despised this person. They did everything they could to hurt this person. And they're paranoid about this Emperor. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So this Emperor, there's absence and imagination. I feel like part of me is missing without you. You've got those who are in this Nine of Wands reversed energy. They're exhausted, but they still want to bring conflict and manipulate folks. This Earth Angel, they're feeling overwhelmed. They're super stressed out. They're talking a lot. They're gossiping a lot about manipulating this Earth Angel, deceiving this Earth Angel, being devious. So they're talking a lot about abusing this Earth Angel because they're overwhelmed and they're stressed out, and they really want to. Balance. They're overwhelmed by this Earth Angel. This Earth Angel's balance. Coming up with all kinds of excuses as to why. If this Earth Angel didn't do this or didn't do that, if we could just change this circumstance or that circumstance, then we could get them. So they're still working it. They're still working it. They're rolling it in their mind about how they can abuse this Earth Angel and knock it out of balance and cause it to be. Yeah, they're still working it because they're still present, and that's all they know. That's what they are. That's the frequency they're at, is hate, envy, blame. Oh, Death. This is over. They're in despair about you. You're not worried. You're not afraid. You're not worried. You're healthy. They can't do anything to you anymore. You've got your Ace of Wands, your Queen of Cups. Your cup is overflowing. You're compassionate and caring. You're at peace. This doubt card also says, I release the need to know all the answers. So it could very well be that you are operating from a place of faith. You are not worried. You leave it to the Most High, your source of strength and endurance, whatever that means for you. Marriage on the distant horizons. They're challenged by your marriage in the distant horizons. Like you're coming together with somebody. This third party situation was, they were tasked with keeping you down and out and knocked out from entering into this union. And they failed to take you out. They failed to take you out, but they're still talking about it. They still think that if they can just change a circumstance here or there within the 3D environment, that they'll be able to knock you down and actually change the outcome. They're overwhelmed and stressed out. They're convinced that their assumption that if this or that were different, their assumption that they would have a different outcome, that they could change the outcome. But we all know, well, maybe not all of us know, that when you assume something, you make an ass out of you and me. So they're running around consistently making asses out of themselves by making assumptions, and they've consistently been wrong, and it's provable, and yet they continue to make assumptions and then pull other people in and then speak on these assumptions as though it's fact. And they're getting a lot of people in trouble because well, not everybody, a lot of folks believe what they're told and they operate from that. They don't care to investigate or research, or if it's an entertaining story or whatever, then they'll hop on board because, hey, it sounds like fun or whatever. I don't know. Sudden wealth, irreplaceable, Empress, sudden wealth, friendship. These ones are envious. You've got it made. You've got this beautiful life on the distant horizons. You have leveled up. You have leveled up. You have leveled up. While you were facing your challenges and your adversity, you were increasing your value, and you were doing it on purpose. Not only were you persevering through the challenges, you were obtaining knowledge and practices which added to your spiritual fortune of knowledge and wealth, but it also gave you that on the job training, right, that you can then share with others. So you've increased your value. While these ones, all they did was try to stop you from increasing your value. So they didn't increase value at all. They didn't do anything except try to destroy something, someone. They didn't increase their value. It was like that wasn't important to them. change in the reverse. They weren't able to change this third party situation. They're in denial. They weren't able to cause a change. They could be in bad health. There's a 10 of Cups here with the responsibility card, having to take care of my financial and emotional needs. This is a very healthy, very balanced, very honest, and happy. And happy 10 of Cups. No matter what this life did to you, you're still wearing a smile. And your smile may, your teeth may be yellowed. You may have some caps. You may have some missing teeth. These visual aspects that kind of the telltale signs of what the spiritual battle must have been like over all these decades, dumping all this money into all these services, just trying to hold yourself together, And at the end of it all, you still have somebody there saying you didn't do it well enough, right? And it's like, whatever, man. You can't base your sense of personal value on somebody else's perception of the moment. Especially if they're blaming you for something, or if they're jealous of you for something, or if they've got some kind of habits. Maybe it's a habitual mental habit of looking at specific qualities within people and then equating that with a level of worth or value. It's weird, the judgments that people make, but it's easy to do if you haven't had to walk the same path. It's easy to judge. It's easy to throw compassion and care out the window when we start tooting our own horn. Oh. So you could be a younger woman. You could be a young at heart woman. You're not in poverty. You're the star. They weren't able to cause you poverty. You're like shining bright. They're confused, but they have to accept the things that they cannot change. They're thinking about you. They're all up in their thoughts. They're at the crossroads. They're in the shadowy area of perhaps. They're on edge. They're overwhelmed. They're feeling defensive and paranoid. Lovers. And the lovers are here, looking at the lighter side of life. Emperor, Empress. We've got adjudication and privileged lady here, but they're in the reverse. It could be that whoever was part of this third party here that was trying to mimic or pretend to be this Queen of Cups Empress star, they're not the privileged lady. It's not going well for them in the courthouse. The Emperor is here. He has access to the mind, to the imagination. He has access to all the information. They're feeling overwhelmed. They're stressed out about this conflict. about this fight. They still want to win. They want to manipulate this earth angel who is in balance. They want to manipulate the balance of this earth angel. They got to flip this earth angel. They're still working on it. That's all they can think about. It's like that's all they can think about. This high honor earth angel. They want to knock this high honor earth angel out of balance. That's all they can think about. It's wild. They're in despair. Out of control. It's because they want to knock out an earth angel. What is this? Who is this? Who are these people? Why do they hate earth angels so much? What's the backstory to this? There is a backstory. So what's the backstory? You've got those who are responsible, mother, father, and child, having a family unit. And then you've got those who like to just run around having as many boyfriends and girlfriends and, have, however many mothers out there raising children without a stable father or foundation or whatever. I mean, they think that kind of system is okay, but it just doesn't produce good humans. Everything deteriorates. The fabric of society deteriorates when you take away the structure of the family unit. Whatever that means to you gender-wise, I'm not saying, I understand that there are two-spirited people, and I don't have anything bad to say about two-spirited people. I'm just saying there's responsibilities, and then there's this weird, irresponsible, lack of care for a child or their mind or what they're going to become. What chances do they have, in life? What foundation are they given? And then governments, they talk. The children are our children. Well, no, man. That's not how it goes. They're concerned. They weren't able to cause a change. They're mad that they're mad. I mean, this is what it is. This is what it is. It's like a battle between these two factions. Which is silly if you think about sensibility, if you get sensible, and use your common sense rather than try to, there's got to be common sense, man, while holding on to some sense of integrity. It just has to be. Oh, we're already done with this one. Little boy, what are you doing? Oh my goodness. He always tests me. And I think it's fun, It's like, are you going to lose your patience? Are you going to get upset? If I walk on you? No, of course not. It is what it is. Somebody's mad. They're mad. They're mad and in despair because you're not worried. And because you're healthy. You're healthy. They want to apologize. They're fighting. They're angry. They're out of control. This could have been training grounds for you. Like maybe this is the Earth School and you know the people need to be tested, and so like the angels, the angels, you know, they all come here to do their Earth School, and some of them fall into materialism and you know partying and you know the glitz and glamour rather than learning as much as they can about as much as they can and just you know adding value to their internal system and maintaining that. So then you've got those who fall into this where they just want to hurt you and they have the knowledge, and then you got those who didn't have the knowledge and they lived and learned along the way and then graduated with honors. Sweetheart, marriage on the distant horizons. This business is over. This business is over, even though they're still here in the outgoing energy trying to stick some swords in this earth angel, this high honor balanced earth angel. They can't help themselves. It's like that's all they live for is sticking a sword in an earth angel. That's weird. It's like that's their, it's like an insanity. I used to call it, you know, this weird behavior, not this particular behavior, but the thought process, you know, the being driven like that, you know, recklessly and seemingly without sense. I used to call it syphilis of the brain because I didn't know how else to describe it because it doesn't make sense. But maybe that's just because I don't know the backstory. Ritual. They're challenged because of whatever ritual they did. This Queen of Cups Empress star is healthy. Has a marriage on the distant horizons. Releases the need to know all the answers. Living by faith. Trust. And whatever ritual this is challenging these ones. They're fighting. They're angry. They're having negative thoughts. Aggression. And I heard a while back, you know, I had an energy attack and it lasted for like 3 days. And their intention was to make me more militant. And, you know, man, I tell you, transmuting that insane energy is tough without it affecting your presentation in the world. You really got to manage that carefully. Especially if you're dealing with other people. Look, we got marriage. Marriage again. Marriage on the distant horizons. They're challenged by that. They're trying to do rituals, but they're challenged by these rituals because this Empress, Queen of Cups is still in health. And there's a marriage. Irreplaceable. Emperor sees this Empress as irreplaceable. It's like, man, you're a fool. Envious fool. Had an Queen of Cups Empress star and traded it in for this. And now they're denied. Now they're denied. Natural disaster. Frustration, survive, risk. In the reverse, there could be something that, some risk, some natural disaster that they won't survive. Queen of Cups, Empress, Star is high value. They're concerned because this Dominator, third party, you know, the person who was in charge of taking out this particular Earth Angel, they're concerned because this Earth Angel has a new family tree. Blissful, contentment, happy, honest. Soul contract. Younger woman or young at heart, not in poverty, very wealthy, very high value. Releasing this baggage. Yeah, these ones who have habits, they're blaming this Earth Angel for the responsibility of their own well-being. Now they're feeling dull. They lost their star. They don't have any energy. They don't have anybody to drain of. They don't have any source energy. These, it's like they were draining the vitality out of this Earth Angel. It's like they were vampiring this Earth Angel as a sustenance, as a source of sustenance. They had it all planned out. They would put an Earth Angel in with a family of narcissists, and then you could have one or two siblings with a mother, or however many stepdads would come through. Maybe they'd all be narcissists with really maybe they didn't have the qualities to hold a steady foundation, and it kind of changed over time and whatever. They're disappointed, and they fell into a trap. Like they're trapped. They're trapped by whatever it was they did. This ritual. They have to accept the things they cannot change. They have to accept this loss and confinement. They fell into their trap. They're at a crossroads. They're in the shadows. They are paranoid. And the lovers are choosing to see the lighter side of life. These ones were working in the shadows every full moon. I don't know. Every night. I don't know. I don't know how that stuff goes. I know they do it every full moon. At least that's what people say. That's what people say. I wouldn't know because I that's what people say though. Real estate. The lovers are choosing to focus on the lighter side of life. There's a real estate here. There's a mega project, some sort of investment. The strength of two together. You've got the Emperor here and the Empress here with the marriage card twice. He feels that she is irreplaceable. She's the star. There is somebody here, whoever this third party situation was, the Emperor is paying attention to here. They're not the privileged lady, and it's not going well for them in the court system. Imagination. gift, gift. Temperance, Earth Angel, gift. A promotion. A promotion. Queen of Cups. Got promoted to Empress. Star. A delight. High honor. Balance. And then you still have these ones that are overwhelmed and stressed out, and they're trying to do a strategy. They're reading minds. They're trying to tap in. They're, I really feel that even though there are a lot of lower frequency folks who have dissipated or who have been separated already in this frequency split, but there are also folks who are dressed up in high frequency energy, even though they are a low frequency entity. They're dressing up in the high frequency energy, so they have access to those particular spaces and places, and they can walk around and appear as though they're a person of honor, but in the shadow, in behind the place, they're still getting in, and they're still trying to affect they're still trying to mind read and predict the activities of these family units that are coming together to have children. So they're still strategizing on how to attain this blessing that the sweethearts have gained. That was their goal. They reached their destination. They've reached their goal. And these ones are bound to their commitments while you earned your merit. And justice is being served. There's evidence of all of this stuff going on. So, in the court. And the Emperor is here. He's got access to the imagination. So the Emperor, that the Emperor could be the Most High God. And the Most High God sees and hears all, right? So this person who's not the privileged lady, it's not going well in the court system. There's imagination here. It's like he could be reading the Akashic record. He could be gaining all of that information that is linked to this particular energy trail. We're at an hour, but I'm going to go ahead and do one more pass. I hope you don't mind. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Oh, I forgot to say that all the other times. Sigh. They want to apologize. They're in conflict. They're fighting. They're in despair. You have gained a lot of knowledge through this affair, this scenario, this challenge. A lot of knowledge, a lot of strength, a lot of endurance, a lot of perseverance, a lot of patience, a lot of compassion. It could be that you were in the trenches wearing the energy of these ones when they dressed you up, when they did the energy swap previous cycle. It could be that you were wearing their life and that you were in the trenches dressed up as them while they were running around as you. So you may have a lot of darker experiences in your history which don't really belong to you, but because you were dressed up in that role, you have the ability to have compassion and care for people who are in that role, who are having those experiences, because you were friends with people in those particular spaces and places. So you had to get along, and you were there. You were immersed in it. And now that you're not, Those people who never had that experience, who never had to walk that walk, they may see somebody on the street having a certain experience or episode or whatever you want to call it, and they may judge harshly and have something very negative to say. And it could have been an experience that you have had a number of years ago or whatever, and you're looking at them like, wow, they'd have no idea that they're talking about you. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's just weird, how sometimes it's the tragedy which allows us to have compassion. And compassion is different than pity. So we've got a priest here and we've got conversation in the reverse. So this priest is worried about a ritual that they did because the Empress still has their health and their wealth and their marriage. They're walking in faith. It could be that people are fighting with this priest. They don't want to have anything to do with them. They're in despair because whatever their mentor had planned failed. They're envious. They're not talking to each other now. Priest could just mean like mentor or guardian. Yeah. Coach. Letter. There could be a letter. Some form of communication from friends regarding sudden wealth. Yeah, letter, messenger. There could be a messenger bringing a letter. This priest or whoever this is, they're very envious and they're being careless. They're in despair. We've got natural disaster in the reverse. They may not survive something. They're a dominator. Or they're concerned about being dominated. Oh. The Twitter world or whatever, what used to say the hunters become the hunted. But this suggests that the dominator becomes dominated. Or the dominator gets dominated. The dominator gets dominated by happy, honest, responsible people. Oh my God. Fortune. The star is a fortune. And they wanted it and they didn't get it. False. This dominator is concerned. They're a false person. They're concerned about being dominated. This third party enemy is concerned about being dominated. They have habits. They have to accept responsibility for their own well-being. They're disappointed. They're worried about being dominated. a younger woman or a young at heart woman is not in poverty. This Queen of Cups, Empress star. There's a soul contract here. Leaving this baggage behind. Leaving this baggage behind. Soul contract with somebody who is not a foe. You're not making another contract with another enemy. No, no, no. Oh, sweetheart and joyfulness. So that's nice. Nice. They fell into a trap and they're facing confinement and loss. They're confused. It makes me wonder how many cycles they've gotten away with this kind of stuff. And it's not over yet because they're still plotting and planning. There's still potential, you know, for interruption. Service. Service. Lack of motivation, paranoid. They're in the shadows. It could be that they're being dominated by the shadow side and they're paranoid. Gift. Lovers, choosing to see the lighter side of life. Real estate, mega project, gift. And we got another thing here. Child. Child. So the Emperor, Empress may have a child. Emperor is looking at the fake person real close. House. Journey. Gossip, bad information, manipulation. They're being devious. They're talking a lot. Trying to drum up conflict. Trying to drum up a team to go cause trouble for this earth angel. They want somebody to travel to cause trouble for a high honor earth angel because they're stressed out. So they're trying to hire somebody to go and travel toward this earth angel as a soldier and bring conflict to them. So that this old woman can get the money that belongs to a reunion of faithful people. They want to bring it. Oh, and maybe they're gonna get sick in the head. They're gonna get sick in the head. They're gonna get into a mental prison and experience death, maybe. Yeah. Emperor's not fooling around. I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.